You are listening to the Maje tic Mindz podcast.
Hello, you beautiful bastards, or wherever you are in this amazing, fucked up world. Welcome to the Maje tic Mindz podcast. I'm your host, Morgan, and I have with me here who is an artist, rapper, and just overall fucking raw to the core. And what is it? Do you have your own label?
We're trying to make it a brand right now. We want to, in the future, hopefully we can make it a label where we can actually sign artists and stuff like that. But right now, we're just an overall, I think we're just an overall brand. I'll get more into that when, definitely when the podcast goes along. I'll definitely want to dive into that for sure.
Okay, so the brand, you're PayPay Freeman. Everyone say hello to Pay. Sorry. All right, so PayPay Freeman. Feel free to tell the audience about yourself.
So, yeah, I'm basically, I'm an artist, as we already explained. I've been doing music since 6th grade, honestly, whether it was making it on a phone, whether it was going to the studio and stuff like that. I just always loved doing music, ever since day one. I've had a lot of different names over the time. My first ever rapper name I ever had was PayPay is Ballin'. And obviously, that just somehow went forward to PayPay Freeman. But yeah, overall, I think when it comes to music too, we're at a really big part of our career. Me and the team overall. Like I said, we just recently opened this brand called 88 Music. I bet you're probably aware who DJ Khaled is and all that.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. So basically right now what we're trying to do is be kind of a brand version of DJ Khaled. So when it comes to our first project that we're releasing on January 1st, we won't really have artists that are signed to the label, but we are going to have multiple, already 10 plus artists that we have on the album overall, just to make kind of just a big cypher album, you know what I mean? And I feel like it's a good way for different fan bases to interact, for different people to get exposure and stuff like that, and for artists to meet different artists as well. And the best part about this project that we're going to be doing in 88 Music, we always want to make sure we're doing something good for the community as well. Our artists are definitely going to be getting paid their streams, but everything that the brand makes itself, we've teamed up with the $1 Foundation created by Ali Evenos, and we're going to be donating all those proceeds to Ali Evenos and the $1 Foundation.
Yeah, that sounds absolutely amazing. Just hearing stuff like that, it reminds me of the various amounts of people just having so many artists. It, like people call them collaborative albums, but I don't necessarily really think that's a bad thing, because Maje tic Mindz is doing a similar thing where we're having at least 18 to 17 artists, and you would say it's a collaborative album in a sense, but the more people you have on, the more you're able to basically have something to work with. It's a smart idea.
Oh yeah, for sure. I think it definitely is, especially when you're at your starting point. You know what I mean? You want to just get as much exposure as possible. You know what I mean? And that's another thing with this brand as well, is we face this dilemma when we first opened the brand. Just letting anyone that wanted to be a part of the brand be a part of the brand, but we shied away from that, thankfully, and now we're more of we want to make sure the artists that we have they're locked in on their shit, you know what I mean? They're into music. It's not just a side hustle or anything like that. Exactly what you guys are doing, honestly, with your podcast and your guys' music as well. We want people like that, because it's going to be so much easier to be able to create a fan base with people that are actually taking shit seriously. You know, it's very rare to see a group of little pups making it, basically.
Yeah,
but I think overall it's really good.
I definitely hear that. That's a really great thing to hear. Now, with so many artists on your brand and so many people to work with, what do you think the music scene is looking like in the future?
You know, I don't want to sound cocky saying this, but with this album coming out, like I said, I think it's not just gonna expose the band, but it's gonna expose so many artists. And I truly believe, whether it's 5 years down the road, whether it's right when the album releases, I think a lot of Arizona artists are gonna start taking over the game. And don't get me wrong, we're still gonna have Atlanta, we're gonna have Chicago, we're gonna have California, all those great places. But I think sooner or later, Arizona is gonna be added to the mix. I think it's inevitable. But that's why I see the music career going overall is just transcending to not even just Arizona in general, but just like different dates and different, because there's so many more ways to find different artists in different places, you know. Yeah. And it's one of those things like and like I said too, you're definitely not gonna get exposure if you're not trying your best and stuff like that. But I don't know. At the same time, like I said, especially with Arizona, there's a lot of artists like that are trying their best, that are busting their butts off, and it's just like artists like that have inevitable success for sure, and you guys know that for sure.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, that's really great to hear. For me, it's hard to like predict because music has so many aspects, trends, and transitions it's really come to, so it's hard to directly pinpoint where it's going to take a turn to. But I've been noticed that like a lot of the more popular songs are more going towards like an R&B, funk, hip hop, soul. Like people are going back into the old days where like the more traditional, older style of music. Because I think music has become so repetitive and just so unoriginal, is that people are going to a time where like music had more of a weight and meaning back then. Like when you listen to songs like Lizzo, her new song, fuck, what is her new song called again? It's like a funk song. And then Bruno Mars,
like Lizzo?
Yeah, and then there's Bruno Mars and Anderson .Paak recently released like a soul funk album. Yeah, and then there's I saw that. Yeah, it's an amazing album. Anderson .Paak on the drums is so talented, man. I gotta learn his style. But aside from that, I know people are going more back into the old ways, which is good. But like, if humans or people in a way are like sort of like evolving backwards or like regressing, how would basically, let's say like, I don't know, something really advanced as like AI be able to deal with that? Do you think AI could ever make music better than us?
Yeah, like honestly, I think that's what it comes down to, you know. Like with music, it really like, don't get me wrong, AI is it could be somewhat of a scary thing, especially for artists wherein that they might never get the exposure that they've had again, especially with AI. It's just overall, I think when it comes down to certain things, it's just, some things are just better off man-made, woman-made, person-made. And I think and I think we're seeing that too with the AI generated robots kind of even getting some backlash too, whether it was from the stereotypes and stuff like that. We're kind of seeing a little bit of like, as much as AI generated rappers, I'm not gonna lie, I've definitely heard some of the stuff from AI generated rappers. It's really good, but it's just not the same, I think, as someone just getting on a guitar and just taking a heart out.
Yeah, I have yet to listen to music from generated AI rappers, but the fact that you've mentioned that it sounds very repetitive is very interesting, considering like, it's supposed to be like a supercomputer and shit. But I got this article from United Masters, right? I'm on their Instagram page right now, and it seemed like a really interesting topic. It says, is the music industry prepared for an AI revolution? AI has become so advanced that it can now write essays that make it easier to plagiarize other people's work, predict, and complete lines of codes and create music that can remove all imperfections from the regular human voice. And then, since most music-driven AI compiles music-related data into its neural networks to create similar music, one of the most pressing questions is, who owns the copyright to the AI-made music? Very interesting. Now, it talks about, sorry.
No, I was just agreeing with you on that. Like, that's just a really interesting thing to think about too. Is like, really owns like the copyrights to this? Is like the people that create it? Is it like the label now? It's just a really cool, really interesting thing to think about for sure. And I will say too, a somewhat line on that. I haven't heard like a whole song from the AI generated rappers. I've definitely heard a lot of TikTok, a lot of TikTok snippets and stuff like that. Seeing those videos, and yeah, just like you said, they're very repetitive, man. And it's so interesting that AI generated rappers, out of all of that, the only thing they can come out with is repetitive lines. But at the end of the day, I think that does kind of show where the rap game is at too. At the same time, and like you said, people are getting sick of it. I saw this tweet from this guy. I feel like a lot of people are feeling this way. They're getting sick of the repetitive, not just AI rappers, but repetitive Lil Babies, always listening to the Drakes and Gunners, and like no disrespect to any of them. They just people just want something new. You know what I mean? And I don't know. I think there's a couple other things I could say about AI generated rappers, but overall, I don't see them being the future. You know what I mean? I see them as being those type of artists that like if we want to bring it down to an artist standpoint, I feel like they're the type of artists that try too hard to make that perfect music. You know what I mean? And it just when they try so hard to make that perfect music, it just doesn't end up perfect. You know what I mean? Because doing the things like taking out like certain pitches that like humans wouldn't make, that like doesn't make the quote unquote won't make the song sound as good. I feel like those type of things do make the song sound a little bit better. Those little mistake songs and stuff like that, it can bring an aesthetic and show that it gives a better connection with the artist. I feel like when with the fans, when they know that a real person is making the music that they listen to. I don't know. I think we mainly saw it with EXO. You know what I mean? It's a prime example of someone that just really filled out his emotions. Let everything go, and like people really connected that. And I don't think AI rappers have that kind of connection with the fans.
Yeah, definitely. Because like the thing is with like as repetitive as these artists are, the thing with like humans versus technology is that like basically we have this, I don't really know how to explain it, but like since we're basically born with flaws, like, and we don't really possess like a high array of intelligence, say as a supercomputer does, it allows us to really evolve, and supercomputers don't really evolve, which is the thing. But like I can definitely see with the music.
Never gonna evolve.
Yeah, definitely. I can see with the music becoming incredibly stagnant and repetitive as a sign, as like, and this is going to be very controversial, but I think we're at a point in our lives right now where like we basically reach our peak and we may not be able to get higher. That's just something that like me and like maybe many other theorists believe, but like I really think like I don't know, we've kind of hit rock bottom. Rapper FN Mecca was over 10 million followers on TikTok. Its creator Brendan Lee and co-founder Anthony Martini, I probably didn't say that right, owned the copyrights on the rapper's music. Kyle the Hooligan, who lended his vocals to FN Mecca, says he's never paid for his contribution to the character. Holy fuck! This nigga got swindled.
Wow. Damn, so the guy that like actually like helped with the voice, like did the voice and stuff like that too, isn't even getting paid, is what it sounds like?
No, that's exactly what it says. That is some bullshit. Damn.
That is terrible, man. What the heck? Yeah, that's just the shitty side of business too. Like so many, not even just when it comes to vocal artists, but whether it's like producers or engineers, some of them just never get the credit they deserve, And it's always sad to see sometimes.
That's the thing with labels, though, is like when you basically work with a whole team of people and they own the shareholders, the copyrights to your music, distribution, and basically performance royalties and all that shit, you don't really have much of a leeway because you have to go through their word, and it's a word of like a bunch of people. That's why I have no desire to sign to a label. I don't want my group signed to a label. I want no association with a label. I just don't really trust them.
Oh yeah, no, it's so hard to trust them, and it's just like, even when you have like a team of your own, like an agent or like anybody to help you with that stuff, there's still a good chance of you getting screwed over by that label, and even sometimes even your own agent, So it's just like and that's the thing about the 88 brand as well. Sadly, if we do start coming up, we will have to. I'll see us having to do business stuff, and like it's going to be inevitable when it comes to like contracts and all that. But we just really want to shy away as much as possible from the business side of music, and like just try to keep it as straightforward as possible. When we tell our artists we're gonna give them a certain amount, we're gonna give them that certain amount. same thing with our photographers, our directors, you know, just trying to keep it the best, making sure that everybody gets the credit that they deserve, you know, because that's, like we said, that's something that's just been a flaw in music nowadays. Some people just don't end up getting the credit they deserve. It's cold as fuck. One second.
I feel that. But yeah, it's some real bullshit. Have you heard of the, I'm not, is she rapper or singer? I'm not sure. Have you heard of Summer Walker?
Summer Walker, yeah, I've heard of her. I think she's a little bit of both. I think she fits that R&B role a little bit more. I don't. Do you know if I could No, I don't even want to try. I don't want to try to leave the Zoom app and it cancels the meeting. But no, I think with Summer Walker, she really fits that. I think you probably heard the name Ellie Mai.
Mm-hmm.
Just kind of like that. Just kind of that role of just a little bit of both. It's singing, but they're rhyming at the same time type shit.
Well, wherever she fits into, I heard this. I believe it was this summer where she made a deal with her record label before she transferred herself to another one. But with her old record label, she basically had to have 26% of the cut of whatever she made with her music, and then the label got basically the majority of it. I'm like, whoa, that's rough. Because it ended up being good on her part because she got famous because of it, but she got 26% of the cut.
Yeah, damn. Yeah, no, that's it, and that's just really sad about it too. The main creator isn't even getting paid the most money. Yeah, no, that's definitely unfair for sure. I'm trying to think of because there's just so many times where rappers have gotten screwed over with labels. I'm trying to think of maybe a specific one. I don't I'm not even gonna lie, I'm a big YoungBoy fan. I don't know the specific situation with it, but I remember when he was having his problems with Atlantic Records as well. There's just so many ways they can go about it, whether it's not giving you any money at all, not giving you the credit you deserve, or even something like a fucked up contract, they'll kind of brainwash these rappers hey, if you sign with us, we'll give you $15 million up front, but then little do the rappers know that they're gonna have to pay back that $15 million later on, and they never get informed that,
What? You serious? YoungBoy would never. Sorry, it's a YoungBoy meme.
Oh, some shit.
Yeah.
Of course, no, I think so too. And I don't know the specific amount when it comes to it, but I think that was the problem that YoungBoy dealt with too. Is he signed a deal, they gave him a lot of money up front, and it was pretty dumb on his part, I'd say, to take the money up front. I'll say that, but at the same time, he just got completely screwed over. I think he's independent now. That's why he's dropping all this music. So thank God for that, sure. But yeah, no, like I said, it's not just him. There's so many artists that get screwed over with those labels. You see so many different. Sometimes you even see artists going out publicly, talking shit on their labels. It's crazy stuff. I don't know if you actually saw it too. So Atlantic Records.
I heard of them.
Did you see did you see a post lately that they're I know every label uses bots, but they're using bots.
Yeah, I saw that. I think the fans were calling out Lil Durk and Lil Uzi for having fake streams. I heard about that. I know about that.
Yeah. And don't get me wrong too. I love the Just Wanna Rock video.
Me too.
But a lot of those views ended up actually being bots, and a lot of those comments. And it's really sad too, because I feel just by doing that, they made it so people are gonna overlook the fact that that music video is an awesome video. They're gonna be oh, it's only famous because they got bots, when they never probably even needed to use bots in the first place with something like that. I don't know. I didn't understand that with Atlantic Records because they got good artists. You know what I mean? They don't. I just felt that was so unnecessary.
It's very weird because Uzi is basically one of their most popular artists, and literally everyone fucks with his music, and I was really digging the music video too. So when I heard about the fake bot streams, I was so confused. I was wait, why does it need fake bots to it? It's freaking Lil Uzi for it. It's so awkward. But get this. After becoming the first AI generated artist to be signed to a major label, FN Meka received major backlash for perpetrating negative stereotypes of black people, causing his label to drop him, and seemingly ended the project altogether. Imagine that shit. Imagine having your voice being used to create a fictional artificial intelligence rapper, and then it basically uses your voice to use some bad words this thing should not be saying you don't get any money for it, and then the project gets ended. That is some bull. Whoever this nigga, I don't know who the rappers. What's his name again? It's Kyle the Hooligan. He got fucking swindled. That's gotta be the worst deal I've ever heard.
Oh yeah, for sure. No, that one was fucked up for sure. Like yeah, it was just it's just some crazy shit. And you know the sad thing about the artists too that we were talking about with FN Mecca is like obviously like not everybody's gonna know who that vocal artist is. You know what I mean? So he's not gonna like get constant backlash like, oh, you're the guy that used the voice for this guy. You know, but I don't know. At the same time, it's like it really sucks because like the people in the music industry and the music circle and stuff like that, they're gonna know that he was a part of that. You know, so I feel like it's just gonna be not the fact that he didn't even get paid, but it's also just gonna be so hard to recover from it, you know, and try to get back to making a living off it, because like I said, you like not intentionally, but you put your name under this project that just ended up being the way it was, ended up being very stereotypical, you know.
Yeah, what's even more strange, I just looked him up and like he's black, and like in some of his photos he has like green dreads, so like I have no idea what the fuck they were thinking, but like I looked him up. He has Spotify, YouTube Music, Pandora. Let me see how big this guy is, because
I'm probably gonna check out his Apple Music, actually check out his songs soon. Like I want to see what a full song from him sounds like. I think I got the idea.
Oh shit!
Now, but like,
he's a pretty big motherfucker. He has 51,376 monthly listeners on. Okay, so he's not a nobody, which is even more fucked up. Fucked up. Like damn. And then the article. Yeah, definitely. And then the article continues. It says, while FN Mecca was run by non-musicians, artists are utilizing AI to bolster their own careers. Holly Herndon created and developed Holly Plus to reach a musical capabilities that she naturally could not do. And then the article ends with, the Holly Plus rendition of Jolene by Dolly Patreon showed that Herndon's vision could help democratize the music industry even more if the AI were ever to have regulations and laws. Very, very interesting. Wow.
Yeah, no, for sure. That's something to think about. Yeah, if that were to happen. No, yeah, definitely. It's something to think about for sure. And I don't know, just overall and I said this before, but like I said, overall with AI rappers and stuff like that, and with all those type of artists, it's just like I just pray to God that like, and it sounds like it is, but I just pray to God that doesn't become the future of music. Honestly, I really hope. I hope not. Yes. But real quick, I'm not so fun. Do you watch football by any chance?
I like sports, but like I prefer to be in the field doing the action rather than watching. If that makes sense.
Oh yeah, no, that totally makes sense. You know, like it was kind of weird. Like when I was like in my younger days, like elementary and high school and stuff. I'm in my younger days now, obviously, but my younger days, elementary and high school and stuff like that, I was just like that. I loved playing the sport and stuff like that. But you know, I've done a lot of stupid shit in my past, and just like my body's not the same like it used to be. So like it's like kind of watching sports for me is like the next best thing I could get to. But no, honestly, that's one thing I'm trying to get into. Well, actually, after we're done with this podcast, I just recently signed up for a gym membership. I'm gonna try to get back into basketball. I think there's like an open pickup. So, but yeah, no, for sure, I totally get that. It's at the end of the day, if you have the opportunity to, like, if you have the physical ability to, it's 10 times more fun like playing the sport than watching it.
For real. I used to play a lot of soccer when I was little. I remember being in a little soccer team, just like doing whatever I wanted, not giving a shit because I was a really dumb kid. But like my dad was saying how the coach was like obsessed with me, like he was so good, he wanted me to stay on, and that shocked me hearing that years later because I wasn't aware of that, and I kind of suck at soccer now. Like I remember joining the junior varsity team in high school, and like I never made it to varsity, so like that really sucked. Like I still stay active. I go to a gym that's like not too far from my house regularly. I do a bunch of strength training. I do some stretches before I start, and just like, you know, staying active, it's really essential thing when like you really want to bring yourself and just like you want to carry your weight around the world. Awesome. My fucking back is killing me, but like it's good to put some work in the body.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. And that's just the best thing about it too. Like anyone that works out is gonna benefit off it. You know what I mean? Not just by getting stronger, getting bigger, and like helping your self esteem in that sense, but like just even just like we have it for music. I bet whenever we're like in a really good mood, a really bad mood, or we're just having a strong feeling, we make music. You know what I mean? And it's the same thing for the gyms. Too. If you're really mad about something, if you got something in your head that you just can't get out, go to the gym and just let that chi out. You know what I mean? And it's so perfect for anyone that wants to do it. I'm not gonna lie. I've been like the past few months, I've been shying away from working out for sure. I've just been working on music so much. But like I said today, I'm trying to get back on it. I wanted to do something where like I don't know, because I wanted to do something like my New Year's resolution. I get the gym membership and all that. But I started thinking about it too with all my New Year's resolutions. I'm not a big fan of New Year's resolutions. I feel if you want to do something, you should just do it.
Exactly. Like they're so laughable. Like I be seeing people saying like, I'm gonna lose weight. I'm gonna get $1 million. I'm gonna go to the gym. I'm gonna become more smart. And then like halfway into not even a full 3 months or halfway into a year, they just like drop everything and just stop talking about it. I'm like, y'all motherfuckers are little clowns. You are fucking clowns. If you're gonna like manifest your ambitions, desires, and goals into reality, just fucking do it. Just do it. Why do you feel the need to just tell people that like you're basically experiencing some sort of like a change or like a rebrand of yourself? Just fucking do. Like no one really needs to know, because like if we know you don't do it, then like we know we can't take you seriously. Like I don't get it.
Yeah, exactly, man. And, it's just a huge dilemma. It's just like for people that want to work to begin with. I said it earlier with the brand, how like in the beginning we had trouble trying to find artists to want to even be a part of our project, because and it was my fault at the end of the day too, because when I first started this brand, one of the first things I wanted to do was like get all my homies, be like, hey, get on the label. We're gonna all do songs. It's gonna be awesome and all that. But then literally the first session, I bring most of my friends to the studio. I realized that most of the people I've hung out with, they are exactly like what you said. There's people that I know that they're like 22 years old. They've never had a job in their life, but they literally talk about it, like lie on their like social media, talking like they have a job. They say like they make music and stuff like that, but they don't actually go to the studio. They don't even like record their music. They just sing whenever they feel like on their free time or something like that. I don't know. Overall, it just stinks. But like poses can really kill the journey of someone that's really like trying to work. You know what I mean? Because it holds everybody else back at the end of the day. Whether it's working out, whether it's making music, and whether it's just anything in general, you always got to find a group of people that have the same exact goal as you and like are driven and are ready to make that goal happen.
Yeah, for real. It's just like when you really just want to like really just move forward and propel yourself to just a higher realm, you gotta be like serious about what you do and just move in silence. Just like don't tell anyone, move in silence. So like
exactly, man.
Yeah, like with that sort of thing in mind, and like with all the music scene changing and AI and all this shit, how would you, your brand, or yourself as an artist be able to basically compete with artificial intelligence in music? Do you think it's something like you're able to just hold off, deal with, or like you don't really mind about that sort of thing? I'm trying to figure out how I would deal with this sort of thing as well.
Yeah, so I think when it comes to artificial intelligence and stuff like that, it's something scary about when you think about hopefully it doesn't happen, like artificial intelligent artists like just completely taking over the music game. Like that's always in the side of your mind ever since AI rappers became a thing. That's always been inside of every artist's head, I feel like. But when it comes down to like if we're talking about right now where like AI rappers are at and where the 88 brand is at, I think our main focus is honestly, obviously, take away the scandals, take away all the stuff, but like we're looking just to try to get numbers like those AI rappers, like those FN Meccas and stuff like that. I think that's our main goal right now is not worrying about the competition, but getting to the level of a competition, But yeah, overall, like I said though, it's definitely something that is in the side of everyone, in the back of everyone's head. If these rappers are gonna be taken over, hopefully, I pray to God, because like I said, you know, the music, like when it comes to the music, it's repetitive and it's all that stuff, but it's definitely something that's gonna be played, that can be played on the radio. You know, white girls singing it 24/7 while they're driving to Dutch Bros, and like it really is one of those things. The only thing that I feel like hold the AI rappers back, like the FN Meccas and stuff like that, were the scandals that they had, honestly. So if I'm just hoping at the end of the day that the business side of music, like the scandals and like all that stuff, the copyrights and all that, that just keeps them at the level they're at. You know what I mean?
Hi, it's me. I'm the problem. It's me. It's me. Sorry,
Oh, God.
you just said white girls singing. I was thinking of Taylor Swift. Yeah, sorry about that. Go on.
Okay. I love it. But no, I think overall, like I said, so you always, and it's not even just with AI rappers too. You always think about it with multiple artists. You know what I mean? I'm not even gonna lie, I'd be lying to you. I think you heard of the diss track that I made.
Oh yeah,
I'm not gonna say
fucking raw. That shit was raw. Oh my god. Like
oh god, and like,
I was like, this dude's mad. This dude's mad at somebody. This dude is mad at somebody. Like generally, I'm at a point in my life where like I'm not really a fan of that stuff anymore, because like music really should be used to like really elevate people and like convey a certain amount of emotions, but sometimes it can be anger. I just think like these tracks are just like kind of like below what an artist really should be doing, but like once in a while I find them entertaining and they're really fun to hear. Yours specifically, like what's one of the lines you said? You said something about like someone's dad being able to like pay the bills to be able to make this, like holy shit, like god damn.
Oh yeah, it took a lot. Like this guy really pissed me off for like me to make the diss track for sure. At the same time though, it's kind of like what I was saying too, because like I do, at the end of the day, when it comes to that situation, I wish I didn't make the diss track.
Yeah.
And just let him be and just let him do his shit. I feel like you know, that just would have been better on my end, you know, because now I have this now I'm stuck with this paranoia of, you know, worrying about like if another artist like gets famous, they're gonna be like starting to come after me right now, you know what I mean? And I don't know, there's the whole thing when it comes to that situation. So like the fear that if I explain the whole story I feel like would make more sense. But overall, when it comes to that diss track, like I said, I've always been on this because I don't want anybody to go out, like people that don't know this person or people that don't know this situation, to go harassing this guy, not saying his name or anything like that. But mainly the diss track, it wasn't even made to get famous. It was just made for like friends to like I feel like I didn't really have an expanded mind at the time. I didn't really have a mind of what's something that everybody wants to listen to, and I was just really angry.
Yeah, definitely, because like it's entertaining, but like you have to like take into mind like it's public for everyone to see, and that's like being printed on like everyone's consciousness. So, like I could just never see myself ever doing that, my group or just anyone else for the matter. I hope no one ever just has the energy to make a diss track, because like there's so much dirt on me that it's not even funny. Like, fuck.
That's what I'm worried about too. I'm worried about a diss track coming out and like everything about me is just like it's just like out there.
Like I've been
that's definitely
bad little son of a bitch. Well, not nowadays. I'm definitely way better, but like, oh my god.
Oh yeah, for sure, and that's definitely a fear to have too. And honestly, and now that I think about it too, here's the main thing that diss tracks can do, because not only like I've had music out in the past, but restarting my music career and stuff like that, technically that diss track was my first song, so that was a big mistake on my end too.
Oh my god!
Music, that song has been the most popular song I have ever made so far.
Yeah, it's
I don't know. It's hard to get out of that circle. You know, it's hard to break out of that diss track basically, because
yeah, it's straight fire.
Yeah, I mean, for sure. It's just like, I don't know. It's just like I made that first impression, you know what I mean? And I don't know if you've been hearing any of my recent music or anything like that. But I've been like really trying to get into singing and stuff like that too.
Oh yeah,
R&B
with that
and all
blues
that.
track, it's pretty good. I heard it.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I have another one called Chapter Forever. The project on the label is gonna for the brand is gonna have a lot of singing from me and from other artists as well. But you know, I'm not able to like I feel like I'm not able to give it that kind of exposure, you know, because people still know me as a diss track guy. It's like if Lil Pump tried starting singing, you know, no one's really gonna take him seriously because everyone knows him as Gucci Gang, the Gucci Gang guy.
But
you know, and we started with 6ix9ine trying to move on with his life. He couldn't do it after all the antics that he pulled. You know, now he's living a life of having to be worried, looking over his shoulder all the time, and it's just like. And I'm not saying like project like the diss track I made, I'm like in that sense, but it's just like, you know, I'm just like I said, I've just made my first impression, and like I can't like get away from it.
Definitely. I would say just at least try to like relieve of yourself moving forward. But like if it's there, it's there. Popular artists do it all the time, or like even if they sell their beef and differences, the diss track is still available for everyone to hear. That's why I just insist people to just not do that shit. Just like move in silence, do better, make them look stupid, but like don't do it in display for like it'll be forever there and people can see it. Especially if you settled your differences, it just makes you look stupid and petty. But I'm glad you thought about that.
That's what sucked about it too. Is like, and I wanted to say with that situation too. Like I'm a nice guy. It took a lot. Like this guy did a lot for me to make this diss track on him for sure. I'll say that too. At the end of the day, I still made this track, and I am not proud of it. But like when it comes down to it, like even now, we still haven't settled our differences. If I ever see him in person, I'm gonna like beat the living shit out of him. And I know he feels the same way. Except for me, I could actually win. But I don't know. That's getting a little off topic. But just mainly I want to emphasize that as much as possible. Because that's just the main thing I'm worried about. People like thinking like I'm just like some kind of hothead. You know what I mean? I'm like it really took a lot for this kid to make a diss track on me. And as much as I want people to shy away from the diss track, hopefully in the future, I also want people to understand that as well. Is like I'm not the type to be making diss tracks on just anybody. You know?
Yeah, he definitely must have. You seemed really pissed on that song, but like if
he's a
if you
like
can...
it's not even the shit he did to me. It's just like, bro, he said he literally got a minor pregnant, and like I don't know,
bro. TMI,
like, bro,
too much detail.
I don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
personally, I like just with that situation, I don't really care with that situation. I'll say it, but yeah, no. No, I get what you're saying.
Yeah, that's definitely fucked up. But like, I don't know who this guy is, and like, I don't want to be like spilling his business or something. If you guys want to listen to the track from PayPay Freeman, what is the name of the track?
Project Dirt.
Project Dude.
Project Dirt, DIRTT.
Oh, Project Dirt.
Yeah.
It's a hot track. So, before we run out of any more time, would you want to discuss more about your brand, 888? Damn, I can't remember names today for some reason. 88 Music.
Yes, 88 Music. Yeah, no, you got it on the spot. So yeah, just a little more about the brand, I guess. Just re-emphasizing January 1st. Like I said, we're really just trying to make this something where all the artists and stuff like that are getting the exposure that they need and stuff like that. And most of all, I think the most important part about this is that we're doing this for a good cause. So I suggest everyone not just to check it out for the good music, but just to check it out for a good cause too. One stream can go a long way for sure. And yeah, like I said, overall, I'm just really excited for this project for sure. We got a lot of music videos on the way for it. We got, like I said, many great artists. I'll name just a couple right now: Scott Shields, Remy, JJ the Stay-In, Compost, this female singer I just met I just spoke to a couple days ago, Jill Valentine. She's incredible. I'll make sure to send you guys to Instagram too.
Yeah, definitely.
When this interview's over, but she's awesome. She's a mom. She's an R&B singer, and she's just like super like motivated into it, and you could hear it in her music. And like we have so many artists like that, and I don't know. I can't emphasize enough how excited I am. This for sure.
Now that sounds really dope. Did you say you know someone named by Jill Valentine? That name sounds very, very familiar to me. I don't know how, but I feel like I've heard that name before.
She's an AZ artist. She's pretty popular, not gonna lie. I haven't checked the numbers recently. Last time I checked, it's like a few. I think like a couple thousand monthly streams on Spotify. So she's definitely climbing up there for sure. She's worked with some artists already that I like really respect, including Mavericks. If you want that too, I could show you him. Honestly, he's kind of the inspiration on the 88 brand. I'm not even gonna lie, because he doesn't have his own brand or anything like that. But like I remember going to one of the shows that he was hosting, that he made and stuff like that, and just seeing the way that not just like how he moves and stuff like that, but like how he like makes sure everybody gets as much exposure as possible, you know. And it's truly one of those things where it's like where it's like it's really wholesome. There's no bullshit that goes aside with it, and yeah, that's just what really inspired me with it. It really showed me that, hey, you know, maybe even if you don't get famous, there's always a way for you to do the business side of music right, you know. There's a way to do it. You don't have to be a fucked up business, you know. And like I said, I really tip my hats off to Mavericks for showing me that for sure. And yeah, he's a great artist as well. Like I said, a couple thousand streams on Spotify as well. And I'll make sure to send him send you his contacts as well. But yeah, I think that's about it with 88 Music. Like I said, January 1st, make sure to go check out the project and all that. It's gonna be on all streaming platforms. And yeah, overall, we're really excited for this for sure. But yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna leave it at for sure for the 88 brand. I think.
Woo! All right, be sure to send a link when it drops, and I'll definitely be sure that my group and me specifically will support it and share with our fans and our audience. All right, thank you for this interview.
Actually, one more thing. If we have the time for it.
Yeah, sure.
No, yeah. So one more thing. We'll talk about it after this too. But I was listening to your guys' music as well. If you want to put this in the podcast, if not, it's fine. But would you guys be down to maybe collaborate and maybe work on a song for the project as well?
Oh, definitely. We're more happy to just collaborate with artists, anyone who's down with us, or just more specifically people who have like the same message and goals and desires as us. But like, if you want, we definitely would like make a song with you, maybe help you with another projects, and like I definitely be down. I got asked my boys, but like I think they'd be down.
Yeah, definitely. Cause yeah, I'll keep it brief with this too, but yeah, I really like what you guys are doing. You know, real quick shout out to you guys. You guys are doing your podcast, and not even that. Like with your music too, I respect the hell out of it because I feel like it is very versatile. You know, all of you guys are very versatile. And like I heard some of your old tracks, some of you guys rapping and stuff like that. I think I'm really bad with dubstep music, so if I fuck this up, I'm really sorry. The new like album / EP you guys put out.
Children of Jah.
Was that kind of like house dubstep kind of? I'm really bad with this.
Are you talking about Familia de Conte or London Bridge? Because London Bridge is UK garage, and Familia de Conte is reggaeton with let me see, what genre is it? It's like a type of, I think it's Spanish pop or something. Yeah.
Yeah, let me see real quick. I'm going on Apple Music right now. Because I know it's like you guys is like recent one, you know what I mean? So yeah, it's Children of Jah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I didn't know if I couldn't hear that part, but yeah, Children of Jah. I really love that album so much. Like I said, I'm really bad with dubstep. I don't know what it's called, but like as an artist, like you could tell that's good music as well. And yeah, overall, just getting back to that, I just really like what you guys are doing. You guys putting out good music. You guys are putting in good work, you know, and you guys are doing like you guys have the right mindset for it too, you know, not trying to like we've been talking about for the podcast, basically not trying to be one of those businesses, you know, that screws people over. So we'd love to work with you guys. I would be really excited for that. And we'll definitely talk more about that on this podcast for sure.
Yeah, definitely, man. We'd be more than down to make some music. It's hard because there's some songs we could include you in, but like we have this whole One Love album that's gonna be released in the spring, and there's like 17 different artists. But like if there's enough room and like the other artists don't show up, we'll definitely like call you guys in. But thank you for joining this podcast, everyone. This is PayPay Freeman, and we will see you next time. Goodbye.
Oh yeah, take care.